this traffic for past 25 minutes and my car, it does not have even seemed to move an inch. My guest will arrive in another 2 hours and there is no sign of my cook. My son is waiting at home to help me finish his project work. Tomorrow being his last date of submission, he's always procrastinating. And on top of that, my mom-in-law, she has been calling. Rashmi, where are you? Why haven't you reached home? When will you come back? Who will decide what am I to wear? God, imagine that. And you want me to stay calm? Is it even possible? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear friends. This was a very small glimpse of what we all go through in our daily lives. And do you know what the problem is? The problem is not stress. The problem is that we have started considering this absolutely normal. All we know is to react and not respond in life. I'll cite an example. Someone rushes to the 15th floor and says, Varmaji, your daughter has eloped. Being orthodox by nature and considering this absolutely unacceptable, he simply jumps off the balcony. 13th floor, he realizes he does not have a daughter. 10th floor, he realizes he is not even married. And just before landing, he realizes he is Mr. Sharma and not Mr. We laugh when it is somebody else, but this is the fact. We all react in lives. And the more and more we react, the more and more we mess up our lives, both inside and outside. In this process of being mechanical, we forget to experience life as it is. We judge an experience, label an experience, call it good, bad, brand an experience, but unfortunately fail to experience an experience. Neither do we understand the problem, nor try to find a solution to it. Now, what do we need to do to understand the problem? We need to learn to see. I'll tell you. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Reddy went to Varanasi for the first time. After they had taken a dip in the Ganges, visited the shrine, they were strolling down the streets. When Mrs. Reddy sees something, and she starts, "Ayyo, Mr. Reddy, come on, empty your pockets. This time you cannot be a miser. Come on. And Mr. Reddy was perplexed. What has she seen? But before he could open his mouth, Mrs. Reddy was, cotton sari 5 rupees, synthetic 10 rupees, and your silk sari just 15 rupees. I have to buy one for my mother-in-law. And Mr. Reddy was, calm, Mrs. Reddy, Kadavalai, what you see are the rates of ironing. This is how we partially see things. We do not understand the context. Instead of exhausting our energy by getting angry or anxious, we need to make use of this. Most of the times, we tend to blame a situation. What we do is, we feel the situation is responsible and we just are free enough. Observe carefully. Is it the situation or is it my interpretation of the situation which is the cause of worry? Surprisingly, you will realize that the situation has only 10% of an impact and 90% is psychological. 75% of people, when bitten by a snake, either faint or die, although only 25% of the population of snakes are poisonous by nature. So is it the snake or is it the fear of snake that cripples us? Think about it. The impact of a situation is just nothing. The impact of thought is far, far greater. It is true that we have to meet up a lot of expectations, achieve targets in today's world. And there are two ways to approach this. One, you keep thinking about it, keep worrying about it. But remember, worry is like a rocking chair. It keeps you busy, but leads you nowhere. Second, feel happy, feel great that you have such high expectations. And there are so many people who are banking on you. Have you noticed Mahendra Singh Dhoni on the field? How calm and serene he appears. Despite the expectation of 125 billion people, his focus is on that approaching ball, waiting for the right moment to strike it out of the boundary. Similarly, Bring in the passion, the enthusiasm within you, and then a miraculous energy will come into play. Emotions are energy in motion. Bring out the best one, and that will make you feel fabulous.